What is going on, guys? Smooth Racing again, back with a brand new video, and today we have F1 Live Season Xbox, and this is a mid-season review. Then so far we've had 11 rounds of racing. We've had some really good racing. We've had 27 different drivers driving for 8 different teams with 9 different team principals. And since it started, of course, we've changed hands, but I've been there since the start and been managing F1 Live since round 1 with Insignia GB. And basically this video is just to tell you what's been happening over the past few months to F1 Live Season and the progress that it's gained since it first started, and also where it will be going in the second half of the year, and maybe some questions that you've got to ask, and put them down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. So we'll start off then reading out the standings, and at the top then Pro Racing has the commanding 53-point lead in first place with 206 points over second place Insignia GB with 153. In third is Kyle. I won't bother pronouncing his full name and full GT, but basically it's Kyle with 97 points. In fourth it's Slug and Meat 5 with 80. In fifth it's RBZ 1012 with 71 points. And it's me, Super Josh 9, in 6th place. In 7th it's Mike Marshmallow with 54 and 1 win to his name. In 8th it's Casey Legend 99 with 48 points. He's done an absolutely amazing job, considering I believe he's only been in 3 races so far. So expect him to maybe even break into the top 3 come the end of the year, especially with, of course, double points in Abu Dhabi, and that might be answering one of your questions. And also, while I'm on the topic, when it's a Russian Grand Prix, we'll be doing either a classic track or India. And we've already done Korea, I think, in the Austrian round. So we'll be doing a classic track or the Indian Grand Prix. So don't worry about that. I'll definitely let you know. You're not going to be missing out on any practice time. But of course, the F1 Live Season will go on. It just won't be around, of course, the Russian Grand Prix track, as I believe F1 2014 comes out the weekend after the Russian Grand Prix, which is a bit of a pain. But anyway, we'll deal with it. Moving on with the standings, and in 9th is Christix with 47 points, pretty good since he only did about 4 rounds at the start of the season. He's still in the top 10. In 10th is Gespen Zinker 97 with 45 points. A newcomer to the league who's done really well, already got a podium, so which is really good for him. In 11th is Undescribed 66, doing a really good job in 11th place, just on the cusp of the top 10 with 37 points, driving in his McLaren. He now does have a teammate, which will be good for him and the team principal in organisation. In 12th we have Daniel 2011 54, who's had been there since the start, but he's kind of missed quite a lot of races, but definitely a loyal member and very valid member of Live Season. In 13th is TRL Ellison with 31 points. Then in 14th it's Smiley Faced Hobo, probably the most inconsistent person aside from Daniel. In 15th it's Dr. Zedric Toffen, who I can finally pronounce his name now, with 18 points in his Sauber. In 16th it's Apollo 18, a newcomer to the league with 15 points on his debut, so a podium on his debut. He'll be one to watch to break into the top 10 by the end of the season. In 17th is Casey Electronics, who had one good race in Bahrain and then decided to quit for no reason. In 18th, the Silent Mole 45, a newcomer to the league, also scoring big points. He scored 12 points, as did the person below him, Wilkes 2424. In 19th, he scored 10 points on his debut, and hopefully he'll want to carry on, but I've still got to ask him. Attorney UK, very good YouTuber. He's definitely go and check him out. In 20th, it's Random Beats, who I think participated in about 2 races before quitting. In 21st, it's Left Back at Home, who just did a fill-in race and still managed to score 6 points, so a great race for him. Instant Wins 97 on his debut, scored 6 points for the McLaren team. He's a team principal, but he has been allowed to race for a different team. You're not allowed to race for your own team, but you're allowed to race for a different team. It's just so we get as many numbers as possible. Like the last round, we have 13 people, which is really good to see. Definitely one of the highest attendance. I think Pinnacle League probably has the highest attendance, because aside from like AOR, Pinnacle League probably has the highest attendance, and they regularly get 15, 16 a week. That's what we're aiming for, but so far, we're consistently above 10, and if we do get below 8, then we won't be racing, we'll be delaying it by a week. And then moving on with the standings, in 23rd, it's Top Track 26993, then it's Mr. Joker's Whooping Spring, Formula Moss F1, X Fusion. Those last 3 have only scored 1 point. and Fusion might be leaving, as the other two have already left, but 27 drivers is really good to see, and I think there are a few then that I actually missed on that list on the driver standings who did race, maybe done 1 or 2 races who just didn't score points. But anyway, let's get on with the constructors table. In first position by 44 points is Mercedes on 254 with instant wins. That's a team principal. Then it's second, it's Riotbox. He'll be wanting to claim the constructors in Xbox, as he looking very likely to be claiming the drivers in PC. He scored 210 points thanks to great drives from, if I don't say myself, Super Josh 9 and Insignia GB. In third, it's Force India. And in fourth, it's Williams. Fifth, it's Lotus. Sixth, just creeped above 100 points on 102, is McLaren. Further back with 68 points is Red Bull, who have overtaken Sauber in the past 2 rounds, who are now last with only 41 points after poor attendance from both of their drivers. But anyway, then we've reached the halfway point then in F1 Live Season, and looking at the standings, looking very likely that Mercedes will be winning the constructors, and Pro Racing looks very likely to be taking the drivers, although of course the championship fight is not over because Insignia will be coming back for him. And definitely I think Pro Racing is not very good at the second half of the year, where Insignia, that's where he shines brightest, so it's probably going to be quite close for the drivers title and indeed also the constructors title. And we also have battles further down, like the battle for third. Now Kyle has left, they'll be down to Slug and Meat, RBZ, Super Josh 9, Casey Legend, Silent Mole even, will be definitely rising through the field. Undescribed on his mission to get up into the top 10, Geston Zinker, he could definitely get into the top 5. And there's so many contenders. Apollo, definitely going to get into the top 10, I reckon. Also Wilkes, if he decides to carry on, definitely got a good chance, as well as instant wins. It's going to be a great fight, and hopefully we'll have some great racing. The next race is at Spa, but we have actually delayed it for a week because a lot of people are away. I think it's originally meant to be on the 21st of August, but it's now going to be on the 28th of August. So just to confirm, 28th of August. And one more thing, we have changed time to 8 PM. And we decided not to do a Summer Break Championship because there is the F1 League on the weeks where we're not. And it's a really good league. Definitely recommend you go and checking it out. Just type it into Twitter. And I think that's pretty much it then. The next race, as I mentioned, 28th of August, 8 PM. And the track will be Spa-Francorchamps, and then soon after that will be Monza, and then we'll have Grand Prix like America, Abu Dhabi, Brazil, Russia, that will be India or probably Jerez, Brands Hatch. We'll still get to decide before we put it to a vote. But anyway, Abu Racing, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully we'll be in for a great second half of the year for F1 Live Season on the Xbox 360. See you guys next time, and goodbye.